At the beginning of the 2025 season, everyone in the media basically crowned the Buffalo Bills as Super Bowl champions, saying, listen, it's their time. The Chiefs are taking a step back. It is their time to shine. Nothing has gone right. Nothing has gone right for the Buffalo Bills in 2025. They're teetering on barely making the playoffs right now. Things on multiple different fronts aren't going well, and they're just on a downward spiral. And it is joyous as a Patriots fan to watch. So let's talk about it. My name is Aaron on the Daily Patriots content. Don't miss out. All you got to do is subscribe, hit the notification bell, boom, hit the like button on this beautiful, beautiful bye week. So let's jump right into it, ladies and gentlemen. First and foremost, Darius Slay explains why he declines joining the Bills. Now, I know you might stop and say, this doesn't mean they're on a downward spiral. Let me explain how I perceive this. And I think how a lot of people are. Darius Slay, in his comments, said simply, listen, if it was a handful of years ago, yeah, I would be joining the Bills. I would do it. Absolutely great organization, a lot of momentum, all these different things. And sure, he's older. He says he doesn't like the cold, all these different things. Yes, but you know deep down, he also sees the Buffalo Bills are teetering playoff team at the moment. They're definitely down from years past, and it's just not the team that it used to be. So again, this right here, sure, take it as, hey, he wants to retire. Yeah, he wants to spend more time with his family, all those different things. But you better believe if the Buffalo Bills were sitting at the top of the AFC, looking at a first round bye in the playoffs, Darius Slay would probably say, yeah, I'll jump on board. Why not? And so this is just one little example of how things in Buffalo they're not working out for the Bills in 2025. So comment below. Tell me what you think. Darius Slay saying no. Now, technically, they still have the rights to him. So that's interesting. But again, this isn't the only thing for the Buffalo Bills right now. You look at the former MVP, Josh Allen, his stats, not as ideal as they have been in the past. Listen, the wide receiver room, everyone ripping on the Patriots wide receiver room last year and even going into this year. The Patriots room for the wide receiver room for the Buffalo Bills is not ideal. Keon Coleman acting like an immature child, having to sit quarters, halves, whatever, because he's breaking team rules as well. They have to bring in, Brandon Cooks. They're trying to figure this out on the receiving side. And then on the defensive side of the ball, their defensive line, they've had so many issues with injury. They are one of the worst teams right now when it comes to rushing yards allowed, their rush defense, which is going to bode well, I will tell you, for the Patriots moving forward when they play them off this beautiful bye week. And as we saw in the Giants game, the Patriots showed a lot of promise in the two-headed rushing attack from Henderson and Ramondre Stevenson, especially catching the ball out of the backfield. So I think there's a lot of promise going into that Bills game if they put their foot on the gas in the rushing attack. But as well, we look at the Bills and their schedule in general, losing some bad games to some bad teams. Again, we look at the Falcons and we look at the Miami Dolphins. Not only in that Dolphins game did they lose by double digits, but they gave up an atrocious, I believe it was 174 yards to Achane. Just not good. So if we break this all down, it's not only this Darius Slay thing, because I think that is just giving a little picture of what's going on to the Bills this season. It's a multitude of things. The play from, as I said the other day, when CBS analyst said, listen, I think the Bills are a more trustworthy team. We broke it down. Josh Allen has had 4 separate games where he has thrown for less than 200 yards. MVP caliber? It doesn't sound like it to me. As well, they've lost to, as I said, multiple bad teams in a bad fashion, both by double digits. Not ideal. I'll give them the Houston Texans. The Houston Texans are knocking on the door to the playoffs right behind the Bills, and right behind them are the Steelers, which I will give them they beat, and we all know the Patriots should beat them as well. But Mike Tomlin, if there's anything that is inevitable in life, it's death, taxes, and a Mike Tomlin's Steeler team making the playoffs somehow, some way. But moving forward for the Bills, I truly believe, I don't know if it's going to be the Bengals. I don't know if it's going to be the Browns. Heck, it could be the Jets on that last game of the season. I think they drop another bad game in this final 5-game stretch for them. I think they are going to have a hard time against the Patriots coming off a bye week in Foxborough. There is a possibility. Laugh at me all you want. And again, I'm not saying I think Josh Allen's a bad quarterback. I'm just saying I think the sentiment for this Buffalo Bills team coming into the season was, this is a Super Bowl team. And it has not looked like that at all. It doesn't seem like a lot of things have gone their way this season at all. Again, sitting in the 7th, the last spot in making the playoffs, a chance if they lose down the road, that they don't even make the playoffs. Who knows? But again, it seems like things are falling apart in Buffalo, and the Patriots are taking back the spot that's rightfully theirs at the top of the AFC East. But you look at all this, you sit back, you put your feet up, and it just kind of makes you laugh because again, the consensus in media is the Bills can do no wrong. They're going to win. The Chiefs are taking a step back. It's their turn to step into their destiny, where it's not so fast. Meet our new guy, Mike Vrabel, and also our sophomore quarterback in Drake May, and all these other weapons. And remember, everyone said we would be lucky to win 6 games this year, and we're well surpassed that. So it's just crazy to see kind of this small. And again, I'm not saying this is proven. I'm proving to you that the Buffalo Bills are never coming back. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying they're buried, they're done, they're toast. But what I'm saying is you look at the whole picture of the Buffalo Bills, and a lot of things haven't gone their way this year. A lot of things haven't. And it just goes to show that they aren't perfect. They aren't the team everyone thought they were in the start of the 2025 season. And I will say it all started with that loss to the Patriots, and then it started a slow slide down this slippery slope, and it hasn't been good. And again, laugh all you want me bringing up Darius Slay, but correct me if I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. If Darius Slay, if the Buffalo Bills were sitting in the position that the Patriots were sitting right now, you better believe he would say, heck yeah, I'm jumping on. I'm jumping on the wagon. I'm going to come. I got one more. And a lot of people thought, yeah, he's retiring this year. Yeah, go out on top, maybe one more Super Bowl. But again, that's what he doesn't see it. He doesn't see it in Buffalo. So what do you think? Comment below. And again, you look at other teams, the Jets they got Tyrod Taylor now starting, Justin Fields, he's done there. You look divisional wise, I'm saying. And then you look at the Dolphins. The Dolphins, I will give them this. I will give the Dolphins this. I thought they were going to roll over a little more, but sitting at 5-7, on a 3-game winning streak, one of those wins against the Bills, and then the games they have remaining. You got the Jets. You got the Jets. My fault on that. You got the Jets. You got the Bengals. Bucks. Patriots at the end of the season. You never know. You never know. I don't know why I got all these ads popping up. Golly. But again, tell me what you think. Comment below on the Bills. What are your thoughts? Let me say this. Going into the season 2025, what were your thoughts of the Buffalo Bills, and what are your thoughts now moving forward? Comment below. Would love to hear from you. Enjoy the bye week. I'll put out a video tomorrow, of course, on the daily, So we'll talk later. Have a good one. Peace.